or an IPO.
AIG has received billions in tax dollars, but continues to post losses, with the largest in history, over $60 billion posted just 2 months ago. Now, what can we do to sort of turn this around? If you make suggestions or recommendations to them, or you just sort of like say, look, that's the way it is and that's what's going to happen. I mean, what is your role in trying to turn this around? Or do you have a role in it?
Well, I think one of the most prominent roles that I believe we can play as trustees is ensuring that AIG has the best, most qualified, independent board of directors that it can have, overseeing the management team and ensuring that there's a management team there that is properly motivated and can execute the plan. So I think in that one of our primary tasks, we feel good about the successes we've had in being able to attract those kind of people to come be the board members of AIG. And it is that group, the board and the management team, that have the responsibility for directing this company and getting it through this mess. I think our input, I believe that it's valued by the company and by the Federal Reserve to the extent we have conversations with them. And so I do believe we're playing an active role in that.
Do you have a plan that you submitted to AIG? I mean, I know you get together and you indicated that, but did you submit a plan as a group saying you think this is something that should happen, or this is something that we should move forward, and that maybe instead of 3 to 5 years giving the taxpayers the money back, we can do it in a shorter period of time? Do you have a plan, anything on paper that you can give us?
No. In fact, the trust doesn't charge us with creating a plan other than for the ultimate disposition of the shares of AIG that we are entrusted to be stewards of. And we would expect, as we sit here today, that that's probably years away in terms of maximizing the shareholder value.
And we can't dispose of those shares until the loan that was extended by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York is repaid. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to wait until the repayal to come up with a plan. But I think it's a little premature to be working on a plan for disposition of the shares that we hold at this time.
And it really isn't our role to create, nor could we, the three of us, this one of the largest companies in the world, create our own plan for what AIG should do with its business. What we do, though, is we talk to the company's management team, the company's outside advisors, their outside auditor, head of internal audit, the Federal Reserve, and its outside advisors, and develop our own business judgments so that we can react to plans that are presented by the company.
You know, I'm just thinking that if you, a trustee of a company that has set a record in losses, it seems to me you should have something to say. You should put something somewhere. I mean, either if you're not, you should feel extremely guilty, you know, because the point is that, I mean, they've set a record posted in the last 2 months in terms of their losses. And so, I mean, it seems to me that based on your background and being involved in business, and of course, that you should be able to say to them, we need to move in a different direction. Let's try this. I mean, I would like to see something on paper that you've given them as a suggestion, a recommendation, knowing that it's not your final decision. But my God, I mean, this kind of loss, somebody ought to say something, and somebody ought to do something.
Yeah, no, well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, as I think has been said, there is a plan. In the first instance, it was put forth by AIG. It's a massive document. I mean, the number of man-hours that have gone into its preparation.
Are you referring to the Project Destiny?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm referring to Project Destiny. And that plan has been submitted to the Federal Reserve and the Treasury for their review and buy-in. And the role we have played is to have access to the plan and an opportunity to provide our input. And we have done that informally in discussions with both AIG and the Federal Reserve and the Treasury. And those discussions are ongoing.
So there's no input in writing. You haven't written anything down.
Mr. Chairman, at the moment, we are basically a staff of three, the three trustees. We have opted not to hire our own analytical resources, not to engage outside consultants, investment bankers, or whatever to assist us. There may be a point in the future where we will decide to do that, and certainly when we get to the point of having to come up with a plan for the disposition of the stock, we will do that. But at this point, we have a law firm advising us to make sure that we comply with all the legal requirements of the trust in it and anything else that's relevant. And we've got somebody to help us deal with the press. But that basically is it, and there are the three of us. And what we are trying to do is provide, from the top down, our business judgment and experience in reviewing the plans that have been prepared.
I think in this case, leverage is good. We are trying to leverage the board, the management, the outside firms that they're using, be they investment banks, auditors, internal auditors, and all the resources, and bringing that together, and then coming in and offer, based on our collective business judgment, feedback and comments.
I think our business judgment is that, frankly, the last thing AIG needs now is another set of outside advisors. The company has internal staff, it has external advisors. The Federal Reserve Bank has internal staff, it has outside advisors. We've chosen, rather than to spend the taxpayers' dollars on another set of investment bankers at this point, not to do that and leverage what already exists. But I think we have had a significant amount of input into the direction of the company, and I would say not only are we not embarrassed, we're proud that from a standing start at the beginning of March, we're able to announce to you today that we've put forward 5 really capable, really independent directors that we expect to be elected at the shareholders meeting in now close to a month away. Because we know if AIG has the best board it can get, and that board is directing the best management team it could get, therefore you're going to end up with the best outcome you can have for the U.S. taxpayer.
Yeah. But thank you very much. I yield to Congressman Turney from Massachusetts.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.